And Tim, you've been gracious with your time. Before we let you go, we should let you also know John and I are both graduates of Christian Brothers College High School here in St. Louis. This Friday, CBC Memphis making the trip for the football game. CBC versus CBC. Your alma mater in Memphis, and I know you're still real involved helping them out.
I'm very, in fact, we have a drive in Memphis to raise money for the high school right now. And I know Mike Shannon's done so much for CBC in St. Louis. And I believe this is the first time they've ever met on the football field. Is that right?
I believe that's correct. And they're going to try and have this as an annual series. It's kind of cool where the kids from Memphis come up here. Next year, they'll go down to Memphis, vice versa. No, it's a great idea. And good Christian brother on the line.
I still have detentions to work off.
And John's not allowed back at our school.
I remember in 1958, we had our football banquet, and the coach that came to our banquet, we were a good team. We were second in the state that year, and that was before the playoffs in the high school in Tennessee at least. And Bear Bryant was our guest speaker, and he had one guy in mind who was a running back for us, a guy named Mike Fracchia. And in later years, not to bore you with high school stories, but in later years, I met Joe Namath, and we talked about Mike Fracchia, the high school running back that was the MVP in the Sugar Bowl in 1961. And Joe Namath loved Mike Fracchia, and he was really Mike Fracchia was a kind of a bond between Joe and me. And Joe and I, whenever I run into Joe now, not to be name dropping, but we talk more about Mike Fracchia than about what's happened to Joe Namath and me during our careers.
What a great life, what a career, and fun to have you on the broadcast this year with the Cardinals. And good luck tonight, Tim, with that first pitch.
It's a lot of fun, guys. Great talking to you. Great to be back during an exciting time of the year.
The one and only Tim McCarver, Hall of Famer, checking in with us here on KTRS, and a proud CBC grad out of Memphis.